Japanese sport are women not allowed to step inside the ring? A is karate, B judo, C sumo wrestling, D aikido.
I know that easy.
Yes. Okay.
According to Forbes, who is the richest female entertainer of 2017? Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey, Angelina Jolie, Madonna.
Beyonce. It's the first thing that came to my mind.
It
Yeah, but
used to
is
be
Oprah
her.
considered an
Yeah,
entertainer?
she is. Like a letter, anyway, you got a copy.
No.
No, but I know it's 27 because remember she retired, so I wasn't sure.
Her own network.
Ah,
Who sang the 80s female anthem, Girls Just Wanna Have Fun? Madonna, Kylie Minogue, Cher, or Cyndi Lauper?
Just wanna have fun.
I thought it was.
Correct
I
lahat.
first thought it was Madonna. Did you?
Yeah, and until he saw our answers.
No. Then I thought it wasn't Madonna. Who was the first world's first woman president? Aung San Suu Kyi, Isabel Perón, Corazon Aquino, or Mary Robinson?
Mr. Robinson's wife.
Well, you're from Australia, so you should know this.
That's racist.
Huwag yung mga kopya kasi ang dami iba-ibang sagot.
Peron.
Peron.
Perón.
Peron.
Mary Robinson.
Are they related?
The first inspiration I had was my very first job. I was with government. No? Our group would negotiate with IMF and the World Bank. And I was a fresh grad, 21 years old. I remember at that time, the undersecretary would send me and say, go to that meeting and you see mga nakasuit, really senior people from the IMF and World Bank. And here I am, a fresh grad, with a bunch of papers joining the meeting. And I go, sir, won't you be joining me? And then he goes, why? We've discussed it several times. These guys don't know anything. You know more about your country. You handle it. He puts me up front, prepares me for it, and trusts me completely after he's prepared me. Have I really encountered an issue about being a woman? In many cases, when I have seen certain issues, it is usually coming from our own perception of ourselves as women. I mean, we should be proud of what we are as Filipinas. And I think that the only constraint we can face is if we consider ourselves constrained to begin with. I've had this rare opportunity to attend cabinet meetings at the time. And despite the president being a woman, in the cabinet table, you see all men around the table. If I bothered myself with saying, panay lalaki, and therefore I'm not gonna go anywhere, actually it was a sense of pride that I felt that.
And I think that's very important. I remember when Vicky started joining, I remember that you were pregnant,
Yeah.
I think almost 6-7 months already. Well on the way. Plan review. Didn't matter if she was pregnant or a woman. I would call her, and I think your father-in-law had passed away. And so she would go to basically the funeral. And the only time I could talk to her was from 10 o'clock in the morning to
10 in the evening.
10 in the evening to
Till 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. It was more because we had to do work. We had to do a job. The whole organization really relied on us coming out with a strategic plan which we had to fix.
So, I mean, in that particular case, when you think about it, it was never using my being a woman as an excuse not to deliver as much. And by the way, we should not also be ashamed of playing our roles at home. We do have roles because we're better at it, not because we're being discriminated at. I am not ashamed to say that even as I'm a CFO here, at home,
The CFO there.
to be honest, I'm actually more submissive at home than I am here. And it's a very different personality, you see. But that is because I'm playing the role of a mother and a wife. You kind of have to play that very well. And it is not about strength and overpowering. It's about playing your role depending on who it is, diba? So yun lang. I mean, again, empowerment comes from us. We should be proud of what we are as Filipinas.